God, what a funny old day weather-wise, eh? Started off, sunshine, glorious, bang the shorts on, maybe even get the sandals out. Now, well, if you can see, yeah, just focus there on the grey cloud. A massive, scary 15 degrees. But what am I on about? If you live in the UK, this is standard, yeah? You want to plan anything? Starting out with a glorious day like that, and it literally changed like within a minute, 30 seconds, it just bang. Glorious sunshine, grey cloud, and they actually want to dim the sun. They actually want to dim the sun here. Yeah, those few days that we actually get, they want to dim it. I can't stop going on about that. It's as crazy as it sounds, isn't it? There's lots of people still saying how crazy it is, and rightly so, because it's mental. I was driving through Milton Keynes yesterday, and if you've been to Milton Keynes, or you may have had, if you haven't, that it's full of roundabouts, full of greens and roundabouts. That's kind of what it's famous for. But what it's famous for now, as much as the roundabouts, is the freaking masts that sit on all the roundabouts, or pretty much all of, most of them. You know, the giant masts, yeah. And I was trying to make a call as I'm in the car driving through, trying to make a call, and it switches when you ain't got reception. It does like an internet call as well as an option, right? You can do it like through WhatsApp or whatever. Now, could I make a freaking call? No, not on the reception, not on the internet, because it just wouldn't connect, because there wasn't enough internet. And I'm like literally sitting in traffic, right, trying to make this call that ain't going through, and there's this giant mast right in front of me, and I'm thinking, wasn't this, how much was spent on that? Was it billions, you know? And again, that stuff went up pretty quick as well, didn't it? During the old Rona lockdowns. How much was spent on that? And what was it really for? As in, like, I'm trying to make a call. I can't even make a freaking call. Yeah, this stuff was meant to help with that, was it? Yeah, okie dokie. Anyway, moan over. OMG, you guys, did you hear? Reform really kicked arse yesterday in the local elections. I don't care. We're going on to the unpopular opinion here that I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with. A lot of people have different opinions about it, and rightly so. And if a lot of people disagree, I can't care, because that's just the way that it is. But here's my unpopular opinion. I don't care. I don't care about the politics. I don't care about the current party who may or may not govern or be in or coming in to save the day. I don't give a shizer. Another unpopular opinion, I didn't vote. I don't vote. And I'll tell you why. Because some, you know, when I've mentioned that before, the reaction from a few, you better vote, or you don't vote, it's so important, get out and vote. Whether you vote or not, here's my view on it, and I get it. I'm trying to have a balanced opinion and debate here if we can. I don't vote from the basic principle, and I've purposefully done this video after yesterday as well. Yeah, because, you know, I know voting for a lot of people, and this is where the balance comes in, you know. You kind of feel like you're doing your bit. This is what I want to talk about. I see voting, the process of voting, the act itself, going out and making your vote, make your vote count. I don't do it because I don't trust it. I don't trust the system. I don't trust any of it. And the act of voting is an act of, when you vote, is an act of trust, isn't it? Yeah, you're saying, I put my trust in you, I vote for you. And again, in regards to trying to get some balance here, some might say, well, you know, it's the lesser of a bigger evil. You know, this system, you know, we have to make it count how it is. And what I'd rather see, personally, and again, this is just my opinion, right? Rightly or wrongly. I know nowadays, you know, trying to have an opinion and a debate, especially when there's bits that are disagreed with, cancel, right? No, let's just try and, you know, see if we can have just a bit of a debate about this without any of that. See, for me, what I'd rather see is, rather than put my trust in a vote, I would rather see them have record low votes, as an example, like record low, where they're like next to no people are voting. And I know the numbers have been coming down, whatever they say. I know less and less people are voting. I'd rather see that. I'd rather see record low numbers, because what that represents to me is a message to say the trust. We don't trust that system. And again, look, let's try and add this. A lot of people will say, okay, well, look, that's the system. Okay, I want to have the influence in that. I want to be able to be part of that, and I totally get that as well. But in regards to my overall opinion, it's just another muppet, another puppet, whatever party it is. There's always an agenda. There's always strings attached, literally. And it don't matter what face it is, the whole system is corrupt. And I've got absolutely no doubt that there are individuals, because again, you know, when you start talking about entire parties, it's a big thing. So let's focus on individuals. There are more corrupt individuals than others, absolutely. But that don't change it for me. It don't change the overall agenda behind the scenes and what's planned and what's set. Now, what I'm not saying is that can't be subject to change and influence. And that's why I'd rather see record low numbers of votes, because I think the whole system needs to be relooked. You know, it needs to have another focus. It needs to have other solutions, because what's going down for many years now, decades. Actually, when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, this system is not that old, really, right? And when you put it into that context, when you realize it's not that old, you think, okay, well, that's interesting. So maybe there is a chance for something else or more things moving forward. What that is, I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying I've got the answers, but what I am saying is we're in a position at the moment where we have never spent so much, never worked so hard, and had so little to show for it, right? So it's not working. And I believe when something ain't working, you've got to change it, right? And I know it's quite grandiose to think, well, the entire system? Well, that's why I'm not voting. I'm not voting because I don't trust that system. I don't like it. So why would I vote? Why would I put my trust in it? I don't. And the balanced view is, well, you're not going to have an influence on it. Okay, well, look, I'd rather be part of the grander picture, where if change does come about, great. I'd rather be part of that than fueling something that I don't believe works. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, maybe not. My phone just cut out then, which was good. What was I saying? Let's wrap it up. I respect you if you do. I respect you if you don't. It's your choice. Whatever you choose to do, whatever influence you're having, we all have an impact. We all have that energy. We all have the ability, and we're doing it in different ways. And that's just my view. Hey, that's why these platforms exist and videos exist and social media, so we can debate and have a, even if it's a virtual conversation about it. So hey, what's your views about it all? You have a great day. Ta-ta.